We are live. We have the microphone on this time, so that's a good start to the evening. Let us know if you can see us and hear us properly. Today has been a very interesting day for a lot of people with eBay managed payments. So we won't talk about that right now. I did do a quick video, 4-minute video on eBay managed payments and our experience with it today, because there was a massive failure in the payments releasing. So maybe at the end of the live, go over and check that one out. We actually contacted eBay and tried to talk through the issue and work out what they're doing. So hopefully there's a little bit of information there for you guys that'll be helpful.
Had to probe though, because after 25 minutes when I did get to talk with someone, the first thing they said was, there's no problem, carry on.
There was definitely a problem. I'll drop the link to that one at the end of the show so you guys can head over and watch that for us as well. Leave a comment on there. I'm hoping that some people in the right places might see that video and hopefully do something about it. So I'll drop that at the end, but we won't talk eBay managed payments right now because tonight Jazzy's come up with our topic, which is really cool. So she's come up with how to get top dollar for your items, which is something that I think Jazzy's really sort of taken on board with your photography being really high class.
Look, we're trying. Let's all merge our ideas and combine our knowledge and trying to get some top quality listings.
Definitely. Let's see who's in the chat before we get started. We have Toby who's dropping out to go watch the football. I understand because the Crows are actually winning for a change.
Are they?
Well, at the moment they'll probably still lose, but anyway. G'day Shazad, good to see you. G'day Scott. Said he was going to drop in tonight on us, so thank you very much. There's our boy, Diary of a Flipper. Jada, good to see you, mate. Books and Stuff 2020. Cherie's here. Good to see you. Thank you for coming. We have one of the 17-hour streamers, Drew. Good to see you. Mum's in the house. Good to see you. Rob's here as well. I use the word rare and vintage, selling my RC parts. Nice. VMV Mode Paul. Good to see you. How are you? Tamara's here as well. Mossy. There's Ken Skeets, the other 17-hour participant. That's 2 17-hour streams I've been doing. I really enjoy them, though, because we kind of like list alongside them. We jumped on. I jumped on for a little bit, said hello. Got some CDs listed while I was live with them. So you did a bunch. It was good. Cara, day 2 of being a full-time reseller. Let us know how that's going. I've seen a lot of photos going up, so that's pretty cool. The chat
there it goes. You were waiting for it.
What's up, Cody? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Staying safe over in there in Melbourne. That's my mum. Your mum's here. Gima and I are in the house. So we've got 3 generations with us tonight. Corin, our Facebook resident, joining us once again. Thank you for being here. Mummy Monkey, good to see you. Oz Riley Chris is here. Rob Gillard.
Hello, Rob Gillard.
Good to see you. Surprise you made it, Brad. Crows might get their first win of the year. Yeah, well.
Stream's over.
Look, things happen, right? I'm here for you guys, and I would love to be watching the footy, but we'll crack on. Samantha's here. Just me.
Just me's here. You're a good egg, just me.
Yeah, Pauline bought one of the items that we auctioned off for the
for Deb's
charity
auction.
Yeah, over on Dwayne's channel, Mothership Products. So thank you very much.
Very cool.
DBG's in the house. Good to see you, Leanne. Ruck Raiders. Good to see you guys. Their name is like so easy to like.
You want to say it? Adam Garrett, as an American in Australia.
There we go.
I enjoy that
Look,
one.
Mom, hustling. It's in the house. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Reselling Wiz. That's a new one, I think. I haven't seen that one before.
It's a good name.
Reselling is goodly. Sales slightly meh. That's all right. That's all right. That's what happens.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the background at the moment.
We've had a couple lower, not crazy low days, but lower days.
Yeah.
Yesterday and today.
We were like, is it going to be a good day? We're scraping through. It's cool.
So we wanted to talk about getting top dollar for your eBay items because I think that's what we're all in the game for, right? We're all here to make as much money as we possibly can off of the items that we find, whether it be in a thrift store or a garage sale or wholesale. However you buy your items, you want to be getting the top dollar you can for it because it's getting harder and harder to find stuff for like cheaper prices. So we kind of wanted to talk about a few things that we've noticed help us get higher value for our items. So whether these things translate to your business or not, you're gonna have to test them out and see how they work for you. But we've definitely noticed that when we do these things consistently, that our items sell for good money. So Cara thinks it is the managed payment. No sales in over a week. That's not what I want to hear. Bomb Crack Picker, good to see you, BCP.
Mr. BCP.
He was cranking it over on the auction as well. Always a great mod,
Works
BCP.
hard.
Thank you for being here.
Do you want to hear my formula for getting top dollar?
I do want to hear your formula.
I wrote this today. My formula for getting top dollar is visibility plus quality plus service.
Visibility plus quality.
So you got to be able
service.
to find your listing the easiest.
Yep.
It's got to be well done and a good item, obviously. And then what services are you providing? Yeah,
definitely. So I have an example. Obviously, we're going to use RM Williams because it's one that we sell quite a lot. We're pretty familiar with it. We've sort of worked out the market on it, worked out what we need to put in the title. So I kind of want to show you guys like sort of the top end of the sales for men's used RM Williams jeans. And I sort of want to see if you guys pick up consistent trends across them.
There's always outliers. There's always exceptions, or, you know, something sold high or fast that's got like emojis in the title, or weird. Like it's on the floor and I'm like, what?
But I think there's like a reasonably consistent formula in terms of what's selling for good quality money consistently. So I'm going to see if I can find it.
We're going to try and science eBay. eBay should try and science eBay.
I know, right?
Oh, you've got your pictures. Good,
I'm going to have to share it.
Okay.
Once I work out where I am.
You can do it. You got this.
All right. So that is definitely not men's jeans, but sure. Let's scroll down a little bit. So what I've done here is set it to men's RM Williams jeans used, highest to lowest. So we've got a few items in this lot. I think that one there is ours. None of those are ours. That one's ours, I reckon. Possibly that one as well. That one's definitely ours. But you can sort of see that a lot of these higher end, obviously they're taking offers, which is probably part of the reason they're up there. But they all have good quality titles.
I'm seeing lots of keywords. I'm seeing the Longhorn, the moleskin. I'm seeing like the style numbers.
And the sizing.
Size clear in the title.
Vintage if they're vintage. Denim, dark denim. Moleskin is a really good keyword if they're moleskins. So I think it sort of shows like a little bit of consistency across a lot of items. So the quality of the photos are pretty good in most of those ones. The only one that's sort of a little bit off to me is probably this one here.
I think, is that a personal thing that we don't like clothes on the floor?
I don't like that one.
Maybe pet owners have something against clothes on the floor because it bothers me.
Most of the other ones are pretty good though.
You can see the item and there's nothing detracting from it.
Yeah, they're all sort of reasonably clear. We've got quite a few on there.
There's like a whole row of discount listings.
I'm not a big fan of that, but it's obviously worked for this person. That's a stock photo, so probably disregard that. But a lot of them seem to be square fold, which we've been doing for quite a while now. I think that sort of gives the best impression of what's actually on the jean, because when you look at a jean like this, you're not really getting much sort of representation of what it is. It's a
I like that hanging though. You can see the shape. Where we could just talk about jeans all day. But.
Yeah. So I don't know if this is ours or someone else's, but let's just click on it.
Okay.
It is ours. So we sort of do the back pocket, a little bit of a side view, and then a front view. We usually do the back and also the tag. That is a vintage pair, very nice pair of jeans. So that kind of consistency and quality of photos is definitely one thing that's going to get your item sold for more money, in my opinion. Let's catch up with chat.
I mean, you're going to have sales either way, but you just never know if you put in that bit of effort, if you're going to get a few more dollars. And I think in our case, we've seen that when we kind of tidy up our photos, put in the extra effort, put in all the item specifics.
Yeah, that's a big one. So we'll go into that in a second as well. Sam's dropped in. Good to see you, Sam. Ben's here. Thank you for being here. My voice just did something weird. So that's one part of it. Good quality photos, representing the item well for the buyer to be able to see what the item is, and making it visually impactful. So I think having either a square fold or a front shot with as much detail as you can is very, very good. It's
specifically for jeans.
Yeah, it sort of shows the best parts of the items. And I think that's what have been getting a lot of sales for us on our jeans, is having a little bit of a very consistent, neat, tidy sort of shot when it comes to jeans. So
look, Mum's saying fabric type, what do you put in? I listed like 37 pairs of jeans today and they were all either denim or canvas.
Yeah, so yeah.
But sometimes I just leave it blank or I write cotton. Like, what do you want from us?
If they are, if they're not denim, then they're either going to be cotton or canvas, really. But generally we'll put denim. In the actual item specifics, we would put, fabric type. There's a few different options there. Sometimes I write my own because I don't really like the options there.
Yeah, there's like a whole list and they're all useless.
Christy's here as well. Thank you for being here. Good to see you.
See, a DVG says, oh no, me as well. Our voices are breaking. I see lots of solds and doing comps titled black dress. Makes you wonder why you bother. But would that person have gotten more if they'd put in a bit of effort?
How many of those on that page are yours, Brad? Honestly,
more than I thought there would be.
There was quite a lot there that were ours. Probably.
But that's because we have a lot of them.
Yeah, we do have a lot of RMs. I saw probably, 15 of them, I reckon. Where are we?
We've lost it. We've lost the plot. We've lost everything.
Fabric type. There you go. We just did that.
Unfortunately, eBay themselves don't know how to get a listing to the top of the search. What chance do we have? This is why we got to try. We've got to try press all the buttons for a chance.
For shirts and stuff, it's hard. Yeah, definitely. Shirts.
That's when I usually just reiterate like what it's made out of, because that makes no sense and no one is searching for that.
Yeah, I some of those things I add my own because I think it's more relevant.
I always come back to, as a customer, what would I search?
Are we still doing the weather thing?
4 degrees feels like 0.6. I'm like shivering because we turned our heater off.
That's because like right here is where the heater is, and it gets like very hot right here. Real Love Closet's in. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And Sujo
Cats.
Thanks for being here. So I've actually pulled out sort of 3 of our listings and then another listing, very sort of similar items, and you can kind of see a pretty stark difference in the pricing. The description is a little bit different. So I sort of want to show them in terms of a direct comparison to kind of what the top ones are selling for, whether that be ours or somebody else's, it doesn't really matter. And the ones that aren't selling for as great a price. And I think the main one is title and description.
Potentially, like, could have?
Definitely. Cameron's in. Good to see you.
G'day.
Let's see which
Apologies if you are in the chat and you find that your listing's been used as an example.
Yeah, we're definitely not attacking anyone in particular. We're just picking out what we've got. So I think it's that one. Okay, so these are a pair that we sold. These are R.M. Williams men's vintage beige moleskins jeans.
It's got a damaged tag.
It does have a damaged tag just on the top corner there. Just a little bit. Didn't
vintage
affect the price. We always put the size in, and if they're made in Australia, that's a very good keyword to put in your title, because people look for the made in Australia ones and you generally get more for them. And
in this specific example,
didn't have them in that, you may not get that top dollar. So we've just gone through the photos, so that's fine. But item specifics. So I think this is a key one. So you can see here that we have entered the style, moleskins, the material is cotton.
See?
The department, obviously men's, vintage, yes. So pretty much fill out as much as we can. The size, the UPC is not relevant, but we click does not apply. Enter the closure, the color, the fabric type. We've changed to cotton.
Yeah, reiterated cotton, because what the heck?
Because there's like weird stuff in there that makes no sense. Brand, size type, and country of manufacturer. So we've found that when we enter sort of all those sort of key, probably 10 or 12 items, try and fill up that circle, that we generally get better search rankings, which probably helps in getting the sale.
That's literally because the way eBay has set it up, if people click on something to filter it down and you didn't put it in the item specifics, if you just put it in your description, they're not even going to see your listing. It's infuriating.
So we do fill out a bit of a description. We keep it pretty simple, just what the item is, if there's any wear and tear. We definitely include measurements. I'm not a massive fan of the laying the item out and putting the tape across it. I think it kind of detracts from the photo a little bit, but some people do really well with that. So we include it in the actual description, and it takes us just as long as it would if we did it the other way. And we just put shipping and postage. So keep it nice and simple. Most people don't sort of go into this too much. They're looking at the title, the photo, and the item specifics that help promote the item. So that's kind of probably the three things that you want to be focusing on to get sort of maximum dollar, I suppose.
I had 2 more notes about getting your listing seen. So in summary with my notebook, max out the title.
Yep.
Get your keywords in there.
Mm-hmm.
Spelling.
Yeah, I'm shocking with spelling.
I did this with my Jeffrey Campbells. I thought, look, Mum, I'm Hustling is selling all their Jeffrey Campbells. What the hell is wrong with mine? Well, I had spelt Jeffrey Campbell wrong is what was wrong with mine, and that's now sold because I fixed it. So
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Category, we've had things go for too little because it was in the wrong category. It wasn't selling and we dropped the price. And really, if we'd put it in the right category, it would have been fine. Fill out all your item specifics that you can. Promoting versus running a sale. You're good at this.
100% promoting. It's not that we don't run sales here and there, but promoting is what gets your items seen. Running a sale doesn't help your rank. It doesn't help your item get seen. It might help once your item's seen to get the sale, but promoting will get your item to the top of search.
And we kind of prefer to spend 5 to 10% getting it promoted than to lose 10% or 15% running a sale.
Yeah, so most of our promoteds go up at trending, and I think we're currently, our average trending price is about 5.6%. So we just factor that into our price. So if we're getting $64.95 on a pair of Iron Williams jeans, we're not going to get that for every pair of Iron Williams. Some we get 40, 45, 50, 60, but we usually don't go below 45 unless there's like a hem, like they've been hemmed or there's an issue.
I totally sell them damaged.
Even if we're selling it, so let's say $50, 5% of $50 is $2.50. So I'm happy to pay that $2.50. We do free shipping, and we've also added Express to most of our items to get that eBay Plus badge, to get that sort of extra visibility, because there is a search function within eBay that will let people filter by eBay Plus. So yeah, I'm not suggesting that everyone's going to be clicking that, but I think the more people that get onto eBay Plus, the more it's going to be sort of important.
We have had eBay Plus like express sales coming through, and those people have probably gone on there and searched for eBay Plus, which cuts out everyone else's listings.
I did see a question.
It's gone.
Everyone's asking, heaters in the ceiling? Yeah, ducted heating, yeah.
Yeah.
Rob's in the house. Good to see you, Robbie. Where was
Hollywood.
Shazad saying competition price, absolutely. Consistent photos, yep. Promoted listings, yep. Multi by discount. Yes, we do that on items we have multi quantity of, but we don't have a lot of those. And basket by discounts.
I don't know what basket by discount is, Shazad.
So it's like a discount when you're buying multiple items for the stuff in your basket. So it's under promoted, yeah.
Okay.
Do you think feedback is really irrelevant when trying to get top dollar, or buyer does really? I think
quantity of feedback.
Yeah, I think it does impact it. Like if you're a new seller, you're probably not going to get as much as a seller with a lot of feedback. But once you start building that feedback, you can start sort of creeping up those prices, incorporating a lot of these things.
And as you get trust, if people see that you look like you know what you're doing and you're a trusted seller, then they're probably going to spend a few more dollars to buy your item.
Definitely. And I think the more you, as you grow, you're obviously going to get better at your listings as well. So that inherently starts creating a higher price for your item anyway, because your listings are better. Let's go back. I need to work on my item specifics. It's something that they're a
drag, like
yeah.
Some of them seem so irrelevant, but it does bump you up there.
I know we never used to worry about it hugely before it became a big problem, and now we're very onto it. So I put measurements in description. Measure as a draft. Takes 2 seconds.
Yes.
Exactly. Hurricane Ian is in. Good to see you. If selling NBA cards, don't write NBA cards and his name.
Find what box it came out of. There are at least
go.
5 different versions. Yeah, little things like that. Once you start, like, when you know your niches and things like that, you know exactly what to put in there.
Never use the tape across clothes, just measure as you list. Yeah.
I know it works really well for some people. I don't like how it looks, and I feel like as a customer, I don't want to zoom in and see what it says.
Yeah, look, it works for some people, doesn't work for us. That's all it is, really.
International Post worth it? It really definitely can be. If you have an item that is going to be sought after overseas and the conversion rate is probably in their favor because it's probably USA.
Yeah, so international, obviously at the moment it is a little bit tough. So we've only really got a few things on international. We're sort of selective with it as well. So we have tried having a lot of stuff on and then less stuff on, and we kind of worked out what items tend to sell overseas more regularly than not.
We've had unique shoes and unique games that we got way more money for because we sold them to the States.
I don't have enough room to lay stuff flat. Yeah, I don't really think it's about necessarily flat lay or hang. However, I think it's just the quality of it. So if you're hanging or putting on a mannequin, the quality of that photo is the most important thing. I don't think it really matters if it's on the ground or up in the air or however you want to do it.
As long as it's clean and bright and there's nothing kind of like stealing the attention away.
I've heard that
DBG knows how to take photos.
eBay keyword spamming doesn't work. Yeah, I have heard keyword that as spamming? Well. So like overemphasizing like huge.
Oh, like just putting in like ruffle, frilly.
Yeah.
Every like synonym you can think of.
I think that it used to be a lot more important, and then eBay moved more to item specific. So their search is more ranked on item specific. Your title is important, but I think they want more concise titles so the buyer can see exactly what the item is, and the algorithm has better sort of, I don't know, traction over your item. But
it's interesting because there are, in the things that we sell a lot of the same quantity, I know that when I use specific keywords, I get way better prices. But it's not spammy. It's
recently sold a pair of 1990s unworn Vans for $120, paid $4. Kept getting lowball offers. They sold full price. I always hold out when I know the item is rare and I'm getting heaps of offers.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely a good thing to think of. How rare is the item? How desirable is the item is another thing. And that
those lowballers are just attracting attention as well. Because if you're going back and forth with them, then eBay's going, ooh, that item's getting a lot of attention. It's probably good. We'll show it to more people.
Hello, everyone. Good to see you. Reseller
Kid.
Combined automatic calculated postage works for us. We average just under 4 items per sale.
Combined automatically what? Combined automatically calculated
postage.
Is that eBay? Is that Shopify?
Sup, Gary? Good to see you. I rely on international, definitely from Ireland.
Yeah, 100%.
Bike contest is in the chat.
G'day.
Good to see you. Do you guys wash and iron every op shop item?
Not every. We steam a lot now that we have a working steamer again. And then we just wash probably like, 30%?
Yeah, you can tell when an item needs a wash.
It's the same thing. Put yourself in the customer's shoes is what I always do. I hold it up and I go, would I be happy receiving this?
Just trying my first international post sent yesterday to UK since fire shutdown, being told 3 weeks to arrive. That's not too bad. 3 weeks is okay. I'd take that. That's good.
I'd take that as well.
I offer refunds by pays. Had a couple of returns lately.
That happens.
For did not fit. Doesn't officially affect my store as buyer's remorse. Yeah, exactly. We offer free postage, free returns. Because we feel like that gives the buyer confidence in the item. So it gets them to buy the item. They know that if it's not going to work for them, they can return it. And honestly, our return rate is very low. So we probably have like 1 to 2% return rate, if that.
I haven't looked at it in a while, but it was sitting around 1.5% not long ago.
Yeah, definitely. Dave's here. Good to see you. I still feel like things like vintage and unique items need lots of keywords.
Yeah, I guess it's finding that balance between like the necessary keywords and then being spammy if they don't like that.
I think it's a bit of a mix. Like you don't want to put every single little thing in there,
but
because
if it's a lettuce hem, you want to say it's a lettuce hem.
Because you've got that in the item specifics. So yeah, I don't know. Could that impact? I think I've missed something.
Oh, about the refunds.
I don't think so.
I, as a buyer, expect to be able to return an item. Like if even walking into a retail store when they have the plastic sign on the counter that says no refunds, I just think that's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm far more likely to choose an item that says that they take refunds.
Yeah, definitely. 100%. If I'm on eBay and I see someone has no returns, I'm like, why won't you take a return? Like, do you not have confidence in your item? Like, but again, this is what works for us.
I'm sure there are lots of people who say no returns, but then like if it's faulty or something, of course they're going to. It's consumer law.
As at the eBay business webinars I did, they emphasized the first 4 words. I have heard that in the title.
Yeah, I've heard that as well.
Most important. So try and get brand, size, color, and type. Yep.
Lovely. That's good advice. Listen to DBG.
I mainly resell tech for AliExpress.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
How's it going?
No, that was not deliberate, actually, but I can see that now. It's pretty cool.
We just pushed this.
I need to research books. I saw some today with a little dedication inside, dated 1948. Wow. 66 in the chat. So thank you for being here. Let's go back to some of the screen shares and have a little bit more of a look in depth at some of these sales and some of the prices.
We're just going to use jeans all the way through.
Well, it's consistent that way, isn't it? R.M. Williams, men's, brown, that one. So for this one, again, they were like a brushed cotton moleskin. So we've got R.M. Williams, the brand in the front, the men's, the color, the type of material, and the size, made in Oz. Again, we end up at $79.95 for those, which is awesome. Consistent photos. We always put any sort of like damage or marks or whatever. People don't really sort of mind too much when it comes to R.M. Williams. Getting my brands mixed up. So $79.95 for that one. Same sort of title, same sort of description. We always have the same sort of description, and item specifics are pretty much the same as well. So I think consistency is another thing that you want to be looking at. I think we've got one more pair here, and then we'll go into the ones that didn't sell as well. And it might be that one. Again, another pair of moleskins, vintage in the title, the color, material, the style, if you can find it, helps, especially TJ 180. That's quite a popular style of R.M. Williams. Made in Australia, again, helps. All the photos are consistent, specifics are the same, measurements are all the same. So nice, consistent flat lay.
The problem with showing that something's consistent is that you're just showing the same thing.
Yeah, but I think it's important because consistency, I think, definitely drives return buyers. We've seen that
very true.
On a lot of our items, people coming back. We had a guy return some jeans. He bought 2 pairs. One didn't fit, return it, and he said, I've saved your store. Really appreciate your service.
No, he didn't even return it. He's going to see if it fits
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he said he was going to return it, but then...
And then he said, I'll see if it fits my brother, but I'm coming back for more. So sweet.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. Where are we up to?
I never knew.
Scott, accessories sell with vintage action figures a lot faster than even just vintage accessories. Yeah, because a lot of them go missing. So definitely.
All right. Good to know.
I love people who demand refunds without returning the item. Yeah, well, that's silly, isn't it? Having bad luck with taking photos. I think a lot of it just comes down to like practice and finding what works for you, whether using a camera or phone, adjusting the settings, playing around with it, playing with the ISO. If you've got an iPhone, you can just drag the setting up by pressing on tapping the screen and dragging up will give you better light, better brightness. We have done a couple of videos on that, but it all depends what you're using.
Bad pictures the other day, and then I realized I just hadn't wiped my lens.
I'm still not good at it. I can't. I'm definitely a boy. Like I just can't.
We do use the white background a lot, And I think if you're doing RA, if you've got brand new items, in terms of visibility, it's handy to use the white background because you might actually show up better in Google search and be competing against the actual store. If you're doing like RA from Kmart, take it so that it looks like a stock picture. Google's going to snap it up and put it up, and you might get the sale over Kmart.
Yeah. Ben, I don't have returns, but if people ask me to do returns, doesn't fit, I accept.
Okay. Do you think that if you did, maybe, I'm not saying do it, but possibly if you did then put up that you do accept returns, even buyer pays, it might generate sales?
Yeah. I think if you're willing to accept the returns, then you might as well put that on, because it'll give people confidence in your item, and they know that if there's something wrong, you're willing to accept a return. So
I think the thing I've heard is people put no returns on because they don't want to encourage people to just like frivolously return things.
But if you do buyer pays,
if they've got to pay for it, then
yeah. Have you guys ever tried Searle? I have looked into it. We have not tried it. So my understanding of Searle is they do backloading, which is why it's so cheap. So if you're in like a city or something, then great. But if you're in a rural area, something has to be coming to your area and the van has to be empty on the way back for them to pick it up. So that's sort of the risk with Searle. But definitely can make some savings there, definitely. Bex here, good to see you. Thanks for coming. All right, let's go into the one that didn't sell so well. That's another one. Let's go into this one. Again, if this is someone's listing.
Oh, this isn't my listing?
No, this is not your listing.
You've just picked a low one.
So straight off the bat, the first things that I'm seeing with this is the photo. It's white on white firstly, and the background is tiles, which I definitely wouldn't recommend. They ended up selling
more on black.
They recommended selling it. They sold for $26, which is quite low for that type of jean. You can see that they're vintage. So this is almost a direct comp to those pair that we sold for $69. There's no sort of issues with it, but I don't really feel like that does the jeans justice at all. So just sort of put on the ground. There's some decent shots there in terms of like close-ups and stuff, but even that's like a bit sort of faded, not faded, but it's like, what do you call that? Shadowy, a bit out of focus. So I think that's the first thing. The second thing is the title. It's got men's right at the front. That Iron Williams should be at the front. The size should be further down. Beige, yeah, that's probably in the right spot, but you don't need to have color. Jean versus, is it jeans or am I just?
No, it says jeans.
Jeans, yeah. Made in Australia is good. And VGC, I know people do that, or EUC, which is excellent used condition. That's what item specifics are for. So, or condition, like it already says pre-owned.
So you would have chosen something else to put in.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put VGC. No, I would have put like the style code, whether it's, what is it in this case? TJ220, because some people, if they've had this pair of jeans before and they want exactly the same, they might search for that TJ220. So
I'm super overanalyzing now. I'm like, I've done beige on a white background. Did it take longer? I think it took longer to sell.
I think it's not, the white background isn't the biggest problem. It's the type of background that they're using. So like that almost matches the tile. Like it's so close that it kind of washes it out. It just doesn't sit well to me. So I think that's sort of what I'm trying to say is you could have got more. You could have got more for those jeans. So instead of getting $29.95, you could have got $59.95 by taking a little bit of time with the photos. It would have taken you an extra 30 seconds. Structuring your title more efficient to what eBay is looking for, and just sort of taking a little bit more care with it. So you can kind of see that's almost a direct comp to a pair that we sold for $59.95 or $69.95. So definitely the image sells the item to the viewer.
I think Samantha was just saying Levi's jeans, which she knows all about, there's a huge difference in price. Like some of them go for $20.
Yeah.
Some of them go for $100.
Definitely.
So it's like, if you can try and get yours up there, just why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Have a go.
Galaxy phone.
Phones can be great. Like these, if you've got a phone that was made in the last like 5-6 years, it's an expensive camera. It's getting the settings to play that's the tricky bit.
Once you've worked it out and you've sort of got it down, it honestly is like a 2-second job to just change it bang, done. You can use obviously the background remover if you're having real trouble with it, but you do have to be very careful that you're not sort of washing out the item or cutting bits out of the item because it is a bit tricky. Sandal is shocking. Had a package sitting on the doorstep for 5 days. Wow.
Ooh.
Do an example with Levi's. Okay.
I already said that, you big Wally.
Well, I have to go in and find one.
I mean, it's much of a muchness, but it is a good example because Levi's, there's so many listed and it's just such a massive price range.
Okay, I'm trying, so you're just going to have to bear with me while I bring this up. What else do you have on your list there?
Well, when it came to quality, the other point I had was cleaning and steaming and repairing. Great to do because you can get a whole bunch more money out of it, but profits over projects. I always want to say that the other way.
All right, I've got some Levi's up here. Took me a couple of secs, but I got there.
If your Levi's need cleaning, consider how long it will take you compared to how much it'll increase the price.
So you can see that obviously people being taking offers. I don't know why. Well, it's an offer and it's salvage, so that helps it. But you can see these really nice photos here, sort of selling items. That's different, and I like that. That's a nice one. I like that layout. I wonder whose listing that is. I wonder if it's Sam's.
Stalk 'em live.
Oh, no, it's not. But that is a so decent cheeky. Way. I like that one there as well. Obviously, that's a bundle deal, so that doesn't really matter.
Tough background for the win.
Multi-quantity. So a lot of them, again, are that sort of square fold, showing a lot of the pocket.
People like the pocket tags, huh?
And the tags. Let's go to lowest. And again, you can see, like, if it's on the ground, the photo is not in good quality. That was on a bid, so that doesn't really count. Let me get rid of bids.
Yeah, what are you doing? Get rid of bids.
I'm trying.
Gosh.
All right, so same sort of deal. That photo, it isn't, it's not a close-up. It's not a far away.
The details, can you?
Not much detail there. That's not a bad photo, but they obviously priced it way too low. Again, on the ground, shadow over the item. The titles aren't great. Men's Levi's.
We used to have floorboards just like that, and the pictures we took on it, they just took so much longer to sell. That one's
like on the side, so as a viewer, I'm trying to like crook my neck to see what's going on. I don't mind that. That's not too bad. They just probably underpriced a little bit, but again, you can't get a lot of detail from that distance, I don't feel. You're not getting like the best overview of the item. So you can kind of see a bit of a trend here. A lot of these flat lays on the ground aren't getting huge value. But if you look at a lot of the other ones, they tend to be sort of that square fold, nice and neat and consistent. So I think there's a little bit of a trend there. I think there's a little bit of a trend, especially in jeans, in what you can get. So we've talked about quality. We've talked about pictures, cleaning of the item if you need to. Steaming,
I'll scrub shoes because I know I'll get more out of them, but I don't spend like half an hour scrubbing one shoe because then it starts eating into my time as opposed to what it's worth.
eBay said, while buyer returns don't affect my store directly, if my return rate is then higher than my competitor, that can have an impact. So not sure I should still accept. Doesn't fit. Well,
right.
I think if you've put in the description the sizing, and measurements, then you're probably not going to get many back. I feel like if you're making the buyer pay returns, that you're probably going to get less returns anyway. So we probably get more than most because we have free returns on, but we still have a very low return. Because of our photos, our description, and our measurements. So
I also just talk to people. I was going to say like they're humans. We had one guy who said, oh, I'm going to return these. They don't fit. And I said, well, I'm so sorry it wasn't clear, but we actually put all the measurements in the description. He said, oh, no, I'm sorry. I didn't read that. My fault. And never returned them.
You also have to be careful with not accepting returns, as people will just then say, yeah, item faulty. So yeah. People that know eBay know how to get around it. So if you're not accepting returns, all they didn't do is item not as described, and you have to accept the return. So
that's so cool.
And then you're getting a ding as well for INAD. So it's almost better to accept returns and avoid that in my eyes.
Just so they don't go the route of like saying that you did something wrong.
We've never been able to get white, beige, lilac on white background looking good. Had to change background color. Yeah, we use black on a lot of our white. I don't know if I've still got them up.
Yeah, we've got a black background, a white background, and then if I'm photographing like something that's light blue, I have to go into my camera roll and turn down the warmth, and then it stops being like an orange background.
Yeah, Selvage. Yeah, they probably could have got a lot more for those if the photos were better, because Selvage is good quality. Cara said her Levi's should be in there. They probably are. Probably missed them. That's probably because it was an international listing, I'd say. I think I've seen mine. Flipper reckons he's seen his in there.
I think I know which one, Flipper.
They are. Pricing there is really low. Yep, definitely. Get some homes going though.
That's very true. Some people just put their stuff up for $10 and don't care.
Jazz, that's a good point. I put all measurements in and they know that. I'm worried to say no to return, then I get the bad feedback.
Yeah, I mean, we just accept them because it's just a part of business. People don't read stuff, you know.
Disclaimer, if this is your listing used as a bad example, please send complaints to.
It's not a bad example, it's just the other end of the
spectrum. Yeah, exactly. And I think that if they are your items that we're looking at, then you kind of know what you can sort of work on and improve. And we've been in that position where we've taken bad photos before.
Alternatively, sometimes you do everything right
and it still doesn't
and you're like, damn it, so.
We're similar, white, black, and grey for the light pink blue. Still haven't got it.
So hard.
Right. My return rate is 0.5%. 5.1% of many people seem to be using the iNet. Yeah.
Good. There are good people in the world. They exist.
So that's sort of the getting seen and the quality. Now, service we've sort of touched on a little bit. But what did you have down there?
Because I had to write things down because I don't remember.
Hey, Chris, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in.
Alrighties. Yeah. Thanks. I'm wearing your jumper again.
Yeah, she's stolen it from me.
It gets hung up in Brad's closet, but then I wear it.
So you've got the Space Jam on and I've got the Flintstones on tonight. So we're rocking it up. Go ahead. Service.
Okay. Service. What services are you offering? So we just basically covered returns.
Yeah.
The other one is handling time. Not everyone wants to ship every day. Totes get it. But we have noticed that when we increase our handling time to 1 business day, which we have had for a very long time now.
Decrease it to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, this is why I write stuff down. I'm not so good with the words in the sentences. Fits up the top and says fast and free, this is going to ship in 1 day. You can probably ask for a few more dollars and people will still pay it because they want it fast, especially during these COVID times.
And if you're offering eBay Plus, if the buyer has eBay Plus and you have eBay Plus, they'll get upgraded to Express by eBay for free. So that's another advantage. They're going to get the item a lot quicker than they expected, which is going to look good on your part because you fulfilled a service that they didn't think they were going to get. So I think it's definitely worth looking at. eBay Plus is something that not all of us want to offer because of the free shipping part. But if you have that sort of, there's some models that don't really work with it. I know that we've spoken to Cara about it a few times, and she said for her model, it doesn't really work because of the cost of her items. It wouldn't work.
Yeah, sometimes adding the post cost in just like blows the price out. But for things like a women's vintage satin slip, you just can't do that.
I'd say if you're sort of around that $40 ASP, you can probably pad it in. So I think that's probably worth looking at for eBay Plus. Payment methods, obviously now with eBay managed payments, that's not such a big deal because everyone's going to be able to use the same.
Yeah, but if you're on Shopify or what have you, wherever you are offering your flogging your goods, then the more payment methods you have on offer, you're clearly going to rope in some more people too.
Yeah, definitely.
So here we're talking about all the little things you can do to make your listings the most best listings and get the more monies.
He's here. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
The dog.
Market boy word. There we go. 24 plus 850. Look. What? Oops. Yeah, so Cara does 24 plus 850 rather than 3250 free because the 3250 free
sometimes
for her items doesn't really work.
Down.
So, yeah.
Also with expensive items where we would usually do free shipping, if it's something like super chunky, it's going to be like really expensive post, we will add the post on so that the customer can see how we're getting there, what the actual cost of the item is compared to the post.
Zahir wants more money. I think we all want more monies, and it all comes down to Zahir's knowledge bomb from back in the day. You must buy something lower than you're going to sell it for. So that's a bit of words of wisdom for all the resellers out there.
Mate, tonight I just want to be able to form like a complete sentence. Take the monies. I'll just
YouTube distracting me again.
Dang it.
Could you show a top? Sure.
Let's look at polos.
Let's go with
it always takes us a moment to
men's. We don't really sell many polos. Actually, let's go. What's that brand that we calibrate? Polo.
I couldn't tell you what polos are selling at the moment.
Not many of those, apparently, because we've spelled it wrong.
Nope, you didn't spell it wrong. I just saw 2 of our listings.
Let's go with Polo Ralph Lauren.
Okay. Polo. You would think that
Sorry,
there would
guys.
be a lot.
I am trying to go fast.
It's probably entertaining when you get right up in the camera.
All right, look at my face. All right, let's go used. We'll go. We'll go buy now, and we'll go sold. All right, let's see if we can share this one for you guys.
Maybe.
That one.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
Go. Someone's put some shoes in the wrong category, so that's helpful. So you can see here, what is this by newest? Yeah, let's go. I know this is lowest. Let's go highest and have a look at their pictures first. That's
Whoa.
a jacket. That's a jacket. Where's all the
Yeah, it's because
shirt?
polo is in their brand name as well.
Is that better? Does that work? Yeah. Okay. So obviously there's different ranges in polo, so this is going to make it a little bit more difficult. But let's try and find some polo shirts. $65. It's okay. I don't really like too many of these listings at all, really. Those are all right. They got decent $45 for those. There's not a heap of really good ones.
What does that tell you? What are you delineating from this?
That
you don't like polo shirts.
Right. The only way that I like seeing polo shirts, and that's my personal opinion, is either like this or I don't know if we're going to find
those little half mannequins look all right.
Yeah, they're pretty good. None of them are great though. See, even this isn't great because the shirt's all like screwed up and wonky.
You can get little tabs though to pop on your wall, and then it just like boop.
Even though that photo is not like amazing, it's still reasonably in focus. You can kind of make it out. So $39.50. Let's have a look at.
Well, it's interesting because some of the like wrinkly ones have sold for more.
Yeah.
So I guess really at the end of the day, it comes down to like, do you
no
have
quality
a good
listings?
item?
So $6.95 for that one on the floor. That one on the back of the door for $7. $7. That's not a bad photo actually.
That's a cool background.
Took a discount on that. Again, bad lighting.
This doesn't have even like any information except that it's a Ralph Lauren polo.
So you need more info there. What size is it? What is the material?
Obviously, it's still sold.
What sort of fit is it? But it only sold for $20. So they probably could have got a lot more for that just based on their listing. So that kind of shows that not every item is the same in what is selling. But I think that it sort of makes sense that if you're taking better photos, your items are going to sell better. That's probably
knowledge bomb.
I know, right? That's another knowledge bomb for you. That's like super basic, but that's what it comes down to, I think. Let's jump back to the chart. Fab, I'm okay.
I think your mouse is getting louder.
Yeah, probably.
It's like
what do you put in the title? Clothing brands that size. So brand, men's or women's, the color, the size, the material.
I don't think that's what he's asking though. He said, what do you put in the title size-wise with clothing brands that size down? So it's like
oh, okay. My bad.
It's not like a standard size.
So I'd probably put C measurements. in the title or fits like. You can use that.
It's a lot of title space, isn't it?
I've seen that in a few listings. A lot of women's ones will do that, especially vintage. I know Cara does that with some of her stuff because a lot of the vintage stuff doesn't fit the same as it did back then.
So like oversized or runs small or...
Yeah.
A lot of the time with those brands, people actually know what their size is in that brand.
How do I lose weight from my fingers?
I don't
know. I have fat fingers too.
Why am I
it wasn't a
enter?
mistake.
We've all been there. We've all been there. Photography can be so tough. Always a balance with effort and time. That's it. It's like, I guess depending on whether you're taking it with a camera or a phone, you've got to get to know your tool. And then once you know what works, you can be a bit faster.
I don't think it's about being a pro. I think it's just about having a clear enough photo that people can make out what it is.
Good enough, quick enough.
And that the things that people want to see are in focus. So if there's like, embroidery or a really cool pattern, people want to see that. So adjusting your photos to get those key pieces in frame is probably all you really need to do. Doesn't need to be perfect, doesn't need to be amazingly clear or anything like that, or but the better you can do it with being efficient at the same time, I think is really important when it comes to photo.
I know that the combo of using my white background and my iPhone 6, I just up the exposure, turn down the brightness, and I'm going to be good to go. And then like Z uses his gray background sometimes because that was like perfectly set.
Charlie, hey guys, love watching your channel. Keep up good. Thank you very much.
Thanks for sticking around even when we can't talk properly.
Hey guys, good to see you, Jake.
Good to see you. Hope you weren't waiting for too long in the chat.
Sometimes I write in the title size 10 fit like size 8. Yep. Size that would be rather than the gauged size. But would best fit A. Yep. Evening, guys. Have a note for my lateness. That's all right,
good.
Murray. Thank you for joining us.
Written that down.
Did we have anything else on the list?
All I had on the list is your account in good standing? Because if you have an account that has 10 squillion million good feedback, you are likely to be able to get a few more dollars than a brand new account. And we've seen that just comparing our main account with our new account.
I literally just walked back into the room and just says, you've got to get to know your tool.
And then you can work a lot faster.
It's
prove me wrong.
It's good advice. I mean, hey guys, been watching all of your shows. Good to see an Aussie reseller on YouTube. Thank you very much.
So much.
There's a ton of Aussies around on YouTube actually.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a heap in the chat. We've got Look More Hustling, check them out. We've got our boys, Rob and Diary of a Flipper Brad.
That's the Aussie VHS thrifter.
Yes.
And Diary of a Flipper.
Yep. And you've also got Cara 50 Pixie, Hidden Gem. You got other channels like Mel Back from Burnout. There's a heap of Aussies around.
Samson TV.
Samson, Ken and Drew both have channels.
Skeets, Drew's Reselling and Metal Detecting.
I'm sure we've forgotten a bunch of people, but
so hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of channels getting out at the moment. So it's really cool to see the Aussie community grow. So check some of them out as well while you're at it.
Go sub to all the Aussies because we're just all small fries.
Leanne is an Aussie. She's an honorary Aussie for
Leanne
sure.
Is an Aussie with the best accent.
Jazzy words are hard.
Words are so hard tonight. Like my brain doesn't want to do things.
All right. I think we've ticked everything off for the what to get, how to get.
Increase your visibility, the quality of your listings and the services you provide. And I don't know, maybe you'll get some more sales or more money.
For sure. So we have 3 things to get through now. Toby, Captain Opshop Nerd, sent us a gift, Canadian Club hats. So thank you very much. Don't fit on my big head.
I went around sideways. Oh yeah, I've got a clip in my hair. I just have to sit like that.
He sent us Scooby-Doo. So thank you very much. Brand new tags. Look at that. And a cup of some description. Oh, he's bubble wrapped it well.
Toby knows
thank you very much. I'll put all my special drinks in that one.
It's got glitter in it.
It might be leaking.
Oh, Ozpost might have ruined it, but it's the dopest cup out there.
Thank you, Toby. Appreciate that.
That's good fun. Thank you,
And
Toby.
he said, keep up the great work and hustle, TB. Thank you, Toby.
Let's do it. I hope the Crows are winning.
Board update time.
No, I haven't updated it.
Well, it's close enough. 19,615, almost up to 20K, which is nice. How many solds?
506.
506 sold. ASP of 38.76, so still up there. Plenty of high-end items still to list. So that's great.
You're a high-end item.
The last thing I wanted to talk about was these eBay item specific. No, eBay managed payments. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I have like nightmares from back in the day, obviously.
Thanks so much for everyone who's still watching, even though we're shambles.
All right. How do I? Okay, so we all woke up this morning, went on to eBay managed payments, checked our payments tab, and we got this bad boy that said waiting to retry. So I was not very happy with that. Obviously, we sort of planned for some of these issues along the way, knowing that eBay kind of have a track record of things not going great when they do this sort of thing. So we promptly got onto that, spoke to eBay, and have put together a little video for everyone. So I have just dropped the link to the video in the chat.
Oh, look at you.
I think I did it. Maybe not.
Yeah, you did it. You did it. You did it, dude.
So if you guys would like to go over and check that, it's only a 4-minute video. But if you could all go have a look at it, leave a comment on it based on your eBay managed payments issues. I'm hoping that if we get enough comments on it, maybe it might get some traction in front of eBay and they might provide some sort of response and try and help sellers out a little bit, because a lot of people were without money today, which isn't great. Obviously, it's only 24 hours.
Hear our cries.
There's only a 24-hour period, but all the same, hopefully they have it sorted soon. So head over to YouTube. I clicked it and went there.
Yes.
And check that out. I think that there's a little bit of info there that will be helpful. We did speak to eBay directly. You spoke with managed payments team.
Look, mate, I tried, but they did tell me that there was no problem and to go about my day. I did have to ask them several times.
On Facebook today about managed payments not appearing in the bank. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's what we sort of covered off. My payment transfer failed too. Yeah, absolutely. So leave a comment on that video saying all this sort of stuff, because if we can get comments on there, then maybe I can't guarantee it, but maybe eBay will hopefully get enough traction on it and hopefully tell them what's going on.
Even said to them in their help chat that there are huge numbers of sellers like putting in the Facebook groups that no one's getting paid. Like, don't try and tell me there's not a problem. There's obviously a problem. So
yeah,
don't let them ignore it.
So there's your link right there. Head over there, leave a comment for us about eBay managed payments. It's like a 4-minute video, so it won't take you very long to get through. But I think it's important that we all sort of try and, provide our point of view on this sort of stuff, so that hopefully it gets back to the right people. And if we can be that little tiny platform that someone sees,
we'll see how this goes.
We'll be happy to do that. So jump over, watch that video. We do have a video coming out on Friday, a cool little video.
We bought something different.
Yeah, buying something different.
We're branching out. We're always branching out.
And I spent a whole day in the shed as well. So that's in there.
I appreciate it.
So head over, check that video out that I've just linked in the chat so that you guys can have a look, leave your comments.
Said, screw words, they're not cool. And now I feel like next Tuesday we should turn the microphone off and do the whole thing in charades.
Yeah, save the bell. I was too keen to get into it, Chris. It was a cool thing. I might get an Aussie one this time. There you go, DBG. It's a pain. I only got mine recently. Beck had not one. Well, she had physically got the office to prove her ID.
You kidding?
That's great, isn't it? Hey guys, awesome work. Thank you, Adam. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for coming. Thank you everyone for watching and listening to our tips.
Yep. So
suggestions.
Thank you for joining. 73 in the chat right now. If even half of you could head over and watch that video, leave us a comment, and hopefully it will help in the long run. So head over there straight after this and watch that video, and hopefully it helps long term.
Watch it in double time if you've only got 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Do it in double speed. Thanks everyone for joining us once again. We really appreciate all the support. We have a lot of stuff coming out soon. We have a lot of work to get through and a lot of stock. So
busy at the moment.
Drowning in stock, but it's all going to be worthwhile. So.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week. Enjoy your evening. I wonder if the Crows has won. I'm hoping they have. But otherwise...
Oh, the chat's still been going. We just missed a bunch.
Thanks,
Might
dude.
just be
Thanks,
people
guys.
saying goodnight, though.
Yeah, they are saying goodbye. Thanks, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate all the support, and we will see you next time on Twizzy 50s.
Have a super good week.
Bye for now.